Yo, what up, bros? So, I know it's been a couple days since the last video, and I want to say I thank you all for helping me build a new computer, and I apologize for the little bit of delay. There were some hiccups with putting the computer together and getting everything running, but we are back up and running, full steam ahead, regular content, everything as usual. But I want to say for 2 seconds, thank you guys for all the help in building the new PC. It is absolutely beautiful. It is amazing. It is wonderful. I will be putting out a video after I get everything together, showcasing the new computer and how it runs and the insides and the outsides and all the parts, and just as a little thank you for you guys who want to see it. But moving forward, Path of Exile. A lot of really interesting things have been happening. First, the Delve event is coming to an end. I am really excited. I had a lot of fun in Delve. I made it to depth 130. Not the best, not the worst, but I'm really proud of myself, and I'm really proud of everybody in the community that played hardcore with me. And big shout out to all of you guys, because you guys made it really far and did a fantastic, wonderful job. It's just amazing to see how much you guys were against hardcore and then went in on it and really had a good time with it. So big shout out to all you guys. Next on the docket is the expansion. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen it. I'm sure you guys have watched the video, but I want to take a minute and watch it with you guys now and talk about it because I'm really excited. The Path of Exile video, let's bring it up full screen, looks really, really, really good. This monster, I just want to point out for a second, this monster with the candles melting on his back, the flames lit, just his overall appearance just feels terrifying. I'm so hyped to find out what this guy is, and it gives me really, really, really big Dark Souls vibes. So I'm thrilled. I can't wait. But anyways, let's watch the rest of this. Now, I want to go back for a second. I know this clip is short, and I know this teaser is short, but I don't see a lot of people talking about this. Watch for right here. That. You see that? The whirling blades into the lightning strike. I don't know what you're planning, GGG, but I'm interested. And I say it like this. Very specific. They use those skills extremely specific. Why is it whirling blades? Why is it lightning strike? Out of all the things you guys could have used, I'm on to you. I am on to you. The Forbidden Sanctum. I love the name. I think the name is awesome. I like in the video there's a little door, or like in the name of it there's a little door. I feel like there's probably a lot hidden in this video and we just haven't uncovered it yet. I know I'd like to spend some time breaking down the video, maybe brightening up a little bit, looking at it, break it down frame by frame, see what's going on, because I'm sure there's a lot in this video that we're not noticing, like just everything. I know I will be doing a video for the live reveal. I will be doing I will be league starting on time and all that jazz, and I'm really, really excited about it. But outside of this, we also received the balance manifesto for monsters in Archnemesis. And when I tell you I read this and I was screaming at my monitor, I was excited and disappointed all at the same time, which is really weird because I actually liked Archnemesis a lot. I thought it was really cool, and I think it needed a little bit more tuning, but I understand that listening to the community is really important and people are happy. So I'm very excited for the future of Path of Exile. Very, very excited for the future of Path of Exile. Now, the Balance Manifesto says in the upcoming 3.20 expansion, Archnemesis will be replaced with a system that is more similar to the way monster mods worked in the past. It's gonna be cool, man. The issue that players often had with Archnemesis were the keyworded mob names were not fully descriptive of what they did. And we saw this a lot in Delve, where you would just like pull up to a monster and it would have a name and it would do 40 things and you had no idea what the heck was going on. But I mean, that's been a problem since Archnemesis, but it's fine. The mods often had multiple effects bundles, which made them harder to understand. Due to how many effects were included in a single mod, it made too many encounters too complex. The Archnemesis rewards were set up, meant that players felt like they couldn't just kill a monster, they had to consider if they wanted to bring a magic find character to maximize rewards. The goal of the new systems are, mods do one specific thing, mods say what they do rather than having a thematic name you must learn and remember. Counters are simplified on average while retaining interesting fights. Players are no longer required to do annoying actions to maximize rewards. I like that. I like the fact that we can just blast again. I like the fact that we don't have to worry about certain things. And I think it's really, really, really good. I think so far from what I read, the changes are good. Mods do one specific thing. Here's an example. The magma barrier. I hated that mod. Every time I saw it in Delve, oh my god, it was like a nightmare. The magma barrier Archnemesis mod did a whole lot of stuff. It started by putting magma barrier around the monster, but it didn't stop there. It converted some of the monster's physical damage to fire damage. It added some extra fire damage on top of it. It granted fire resistance to the monster, and it gave some physical damage reduction for good measure. It also spawns volatile flame bloods to follow you. The new equivalent modifier just puts magma barrier on the monster and does nothing else. I will be the first to admit I had no idea magma barrier did all of those things. I thought it was just the magma barrier around them and the flying balls. Knowing that this is what Archnemesis was blows my mind. And maybe, you know, ignorance is bliss, and me not knowing all this time made my experience so much better. Mods say what they do rather than have a thematic name you must learn and remember. I like the fact that like they're going to break it down. For example, rather than Incendiary, which broke down into 6 properties, you now see monsters with either ignites or fire and ignite resistant. Instead of Deadeye, which had 5 separate things, you now see applies random mark, extra crits, or accuracy. As I like this change. I like knowing what I'm going against. I think that's really good. I think it's a really positive change in the right direction. I'm very excited about that. Encounters are simplified on average while retaining interesting fights. The pool of mods that involve complex interactions like spawning volatiles on the ground, effects on deaths have been heavily diluted by the presence of simpler mods. This means you encounter more complex fights less frequently, but interesting in challenges, emerald behavior from overlapping mods can still happen just less often. I'm not even through the rest of this, and I'm thrilled out of my mind, and I think the community is just as happy. I mean, what do you guys think? Like, I know we haven't finished it yet, but like, this is just, I feel so invigorated and so alive. First, between the teaser trailer and them using specific skills, which I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Like, it's a lot. It's a lot to unpack. It's a lot. And this week it's been full of just like information on information. Oh man. Okay. All right. Focus. Okay. Players are no longer required to do annoying actions to maximize rewards. In Archnemesis, rewards were associated with individual mods. This meant that you could tell what kind of rewards you would get in advance. In some cases, they were effectively required to fetch a magic-finding culling character to make sure you maximize the value of the monster mods that you had found. In other cases, you would ignore a monster completely if you knew it would only drop rewards that were no value to you. In the new system, we have added a significant pool of new rewards to rares. New rewards. What rewards? Do we get blade oils? Can I get blade stuff? Will you drop me oils? Can I get strangle gas? Can I get blight maps? Are there new items coming out? I think this is very telling to the league mechanic, and that we should expect something very specific from the league mechanic. But the rewards that is on the monster is hidden and not associated with a specific mod. So you don't know what kind of rewards you'll get until you kill the monster. Rare monsters with more mods are likely to have these special hidden reward mods. This new reward system smooths out the spikiness that Archnemesis system had. I like that. I do. I think that's great. I think that is absolutely fantastic and rewards you to just play the game and you don't have FOMO. I think that's really good. The original motivation for developing Archnemesis was that the monster's mod system was very out of date. Many of the mods didn't have the appreciative effect under modern balance. There were not a lot of interesting gameplay possibilities. In our opinion, Archnemesis did succeed at adding a lot of interesting new mechanics to rares, but introduced problems described above. While creating new monster mods described in the article, we were careful to retain most of the interesting mechanics that Archnemesis introduced, but in a way that doesn't include a grab bag of other effects and is diluted by many simpler mods. The result is a system that is very similar to what monster mods used to be like, but oh god, I'm just sorry. But with a much more up-to-date content and balance. Mods are simpler and say exactly what they do, while You can certainly still rarely encounter scary combinations of mods that will really wake you up. It's a lot rarer than it was in the Archnemesis system, but we feel the new system is more modern and interesting than the old monster mod / Nemesis system, and it's clearer and easier to understand in the heat of combat than Archnemesis was. I like this. This feels good. This feels great. I am very happy. And they even put out a little Q&A about the monster mods, which I think was very informative too, and answered a lot of questions. Not all of the questions, but it answered a lot of the questions. And I think Beck said it best on Twitter, is that some answers are left out intentionally, and I think that's good, and I think that's on purpose. And I think what they did and how they've been answering things has been really good, and I really hope that the live stream reveal on the 1st will answer a lot more questions and build up even more hype. But this breaking down the manifesto, I like this, and I think you guys like this too. What do you think? Should they keep breaking down the manifestos? Should we keep getting a couple of tidbits here and there with an FAQ to answer some questions? I like this. I think this is really good, and I think this is really healthy for the future of the game. Since the mods are simplified and separated, does this mean rare monsters will now have more mods on average to compensate? How many mods can a rare monster have? We're currently playtesting the new monster mod system to determine this. At the moment, it's 2 to 4, but this may change as we continue to iterate. I think 4 is really good. I would be fine with 5. I think anything more than 5 is probably too sketch. But I think 2 to 4 is pretty good. You assume that mods in the earlier acts and early maps will have 2 to 3, and then as you get into red maps, they'll all have 4. Will the modifiers' effects be made more intense to compensate for their simplification? There are new mods that have similar themes to old ones, but have new balance values. In many cases, these are the same as before, but we're evaluating on a case-by-case basis. It's mostly the weaker secondary mods that need to be juiced up so that it makes sense as a standalone mod. That makes sense, because as we read in the other post that, Molten Barrier had like 7 things on it, so now if you only get the Molten Shell or the Molten Barrier, it won't be as strong, so that makes sense. Are rare monsters still getting increased HP defense per mod, or only what the individual mods on the rare roll are? Rare monsters never received additional damage per incremental mod, and the only defense they received was a life bonus on top of whatever the mod actually did, of course. And in the new system, they will get a life experience, item rate, and quantity bonus per additional mod. That is awesome. That is great. That means, look at that, quantity bonus. That, oh my god, we're blasting again. Will the changes made to reduce the number of rare monsters spawned in various mechanics be undone? Will the changes made to reduce the number of rare monsters spawned in various mechanics be undone now that each individual rare encounter is less likely to be a major burden on the player? Ooh, no. Ooh, Harbies might still be out, boys. Harbies might still be out. Will Pantheon mods still exist with simplified lines such as uses Katava skills? Pantheon mods still exist but are very rare. Will stealing ignites make all of our ignites hit? This makes all monster ignite hits, so it makes all of your fire damage hit if you steal it. That means Headhunter's still going to be good. Is this a nerf to Headhunter? Will mods be able to stack like they could before Archnemesis? Mods will not be able to stack as many can't function when stacked. There are more mods to steal, which is a buff to the upper end of Headhunter gameplay. I know a lot of people are probably freaking out, but this tells me that if I kill a mob and get a Headhunter buff, and it lasts a minute, and I kill another mob and get a Headhunter buff, and I kill another mob, what used to be 14 mods might now be 40 mods, and I think Headhunter's probably going to be better than ever. Can we get examples of the new reward types being introduced? Not yet. Oh man, it's got to be with the new league. Oh man, can we have examples of some of the new reward types? Not yet. Oh my god, the hype. Does this mean I'm forced to play Magic Find all the time now? If you're able to sacrifice character power for Magic Find, then you'll find more and better items. That was true before 3.119 is the nature of Magic Find in action RPGs. Note that Magic Find is diminishing returns, so a small investment go a long way. This is literally Diablo 2 in a nutshell. You either stacked pure damage and ran your cow runs or your bale runs as fast as humanly possible for high runes, or you stacked about 100, 150 MF and you meffed all day. Like, this is D2 in a nutshell. You either put on some Magic Find or you didn't. Nothing changes, and that's how it's been in every ARPG that I've ever played. If you choose to Magic Find, you put on Magic Find, and if you choose to go for quantity over quality, you just blast it. So I think this is great. I think it's going to be great because it's really going to reward players who want to just blast as fast and effectively as possible, and it's going to reward players who will sneak in Magic Find. And I think if you can like wear your gear and replace a ring with Aventers or replace an amulet or add on rarity to your helmet or quantity, I think it's going to be great. Quantity might be back on the menu too. Like, I think this is awesome. This makes me feel good, man. How have reward conversions changed? We're still working on this, but we can confirm only some of the new rewards are conversion ones. We're removing the undesirable ones like conversion to flask. Sure. We're trying to make the rewards from rare monsters not so all or nothing. That's cool. I hope to God, please don't remove fractures. I loved fractures. Does Magic Find still massively affect the reward conversions? We are still iterating on these systems and don't want to set expectations around this in either direction just yet. I can't wait for the live stream. I can't wait for the live stream. This is awesome news. This is fantastic. I'm very grateful for this. I think this opens a lot of doors, and I'm still thinking about this trailer and why while Archnemesis is gone out the window and I'm sure we're all excited and still happy, all I can think about is, why did they use Lightning Strike? Why did they use Whirling Blades? What is this arena? What is this monster? Why is there nothing else in this arena? This trailer. I could go on and on and on and on and on about this trailer. But what are your takes? How do you guys feel? What do you guys think? I'd love to hear about it. But for now, if you haven't already, I encourage you highly to join our Discord. The Discord is actually out of this world. It's been amazing. People are hanging out. People are chatting. People are prepping for League Start. People are theory crafting and getting ready for Endless Simulacrums or Deliriums. So if you're going to play Delirium and you want to join us, we'd love to have you. A lot of us are going to play hardcore together. I think we're doing hardcore trade this time because people want to play together, and I highly encourage you to come make friends and come hang out and join voice and join the chats. And if you want to trade or you're still playing Calandra League, we have a ton of guys still playing Calandra, so head on over to the Discord. But if you want to watch my Delirium runs or my hardcore adventures, or if, you know, the new expansion, or if you want to come check it out, head on over to the Twitch. I'd love to have you. But for now, I'm going to go prep for Delirium. I think I'm going to play Slayer. I think I'm going to try, I think I'm going to go to the Bone Zone, I think, pretty sure. But, yeah, let me know what you guys think about, you know, Archnemesis being gone and how you feel about the trailer release. I know this week we'll be getting the Curse Manifesto, and I'm very curious to see what Curses and Altars do. But for now, like I said, I'm going to go get ready for the new event this week, and hopefully by the end of the week, I'll be able to play a little bit of Ruthless if I get in, and we'll go from there. But if I don't see you, have a happy holiday, and enjoy your time, and good luck in the events. For now, so long, farewell, goodbye, friends.